What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Backline Podcast. As you all know, I am Chief Redbeard, and wanted to welcome you guys once again to another great episode. For those of you who've shared, comment, give us a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and we can't thank you guys enough for any support that you guys are giving us. Want to let you know we had a great episode this time around. We talked a lot about a whole different lot of things here. Including the CIA writing a Scorpion song. We've got a new game for you this time, another great album review, as well as some really cool gear. So once again, we do appreciate it and really hope you guys enjoy the show. Thank you and have a good one.
That only the cool kids knew where Will Bob came from. And then there was people who only knew me by Will Bob. They didn't know my real name.
Fuck. I don't think we had any kids with like nicknames leading from grade school, unless I'm forgetting something. I think we called somebody Charizard because he got into an altercation with my buddy, and we were like the weird like metal kids, and then standing next to us, right, above us in the demographic brackets in high school, was a lot of the anime guys. I never spoke to them, and then one got into a fight with Frankie, and so somebody, I can't remember who, but like somebody started calling him Charizard, and it just kind of carried over. Who
got called Charizard?
One of these kids from the anime circle. I don't know what else to call them. Sorry.
The anime.
They obviously
one
were
of
in
you
anime.
guys called him Charizard
Because he got into a fight with my buddy, and my buddy was like 6 inches shorter, and he won handily. Yeah. What the fuck was I talking about? I'm sorry. No, nicknames in high school. I remember I was like, man, I'd like to have a nickname. And my buddy was like, oh, you want a nickname? All right. Well, you can't give yourself a nickname, so I'll give one to you. Your nickname's Oatmeal. And he told all my friends that my nickname was Oatmeal because he was just being, it's hilarious. He was like, yeah, it's not going to be cool, buddy. Yeah, it's going to be something terrible.
Yeah, for sure.
People called me Oatmeal for, I think, 7 months. It didn't stick, thank God.
See, I lived through the torture of being bullied into going, this is just me now, into when I moved to North Carolina, it's like, no one knows that name. I'm not going to tell them that shit. Mm-hmm. Someone came to visit. Hey, Will Bob. Hey, Will Bob. Hey, Will Bob. Like, who the fuck's Will Bob? Fuck.
Oh, God.
They're like, wait, your friends from another state call you Will Bob, but we can't? We're calling you Will Bob from now. I'm like, okay, I can't escape this name.
Dude, that's a sick fucking nickname, dude. Fucking SpongeBob and Wilk. Oh my God. Yeah, ridiculous.
Were you friends with Diabetic in high school, or was that post high school that you guys met?
Talking to me, or?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I didn't know Diabetic.
No, I met him, I think, when I was 19 or something.
I felt like that was a self-proclaimed nickname, and if it's not, then sorry, Diabetic.
I thought
I felt like it was his self-proclaimed
born name.
I don't know.
Pretty much.
if it's on your hats, I mean, I feel like he came up with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's like a brand for him.
I wonder if it's him that did that.
Diabetes name brand.
Yeah, I don't know. He was pushing it pretty hard for a while.
Yeah, we are.
Oh man, so quarantine's been treating everybody all right, I guess.
We're getting loopy, man.
Fun. We are.
Right.
I'm the only one working though, but I still feel strange.
Yeah, so that segues me into a talking point here. So I saw, I forget which band it was. I really wish I would have remembered, but the band doesn't really matter. But there is a band out there that apparently has lost like $60,000 since they're not touring or doing anything since the COVID stuff has started. But they specifically said, we are not going to like do a GoFundMe or any of this stuff. We're going to try to get through this. I'd imagine bands, most of them, if they're set up right, they're going to be paying their taxes, doing whatever. So there should be some type of notable income. Maybe they can do unemployment or something for the time being. Hopefully, I know everybody's struggling with that, but my kind of question is to you guys, what do you guys think, some of your favorite bands out there, do you think it would be smart of them to do like a GoFundMe, or do you think that's a little over the top, or what do you think bands, in your opinion, if you were in their shoes, what kind of thoughts would you have right now on something like that?
I feel like the bands that are suffering are the ones that had big major events booked, already paid into, and now they're not happening, and that's money they just lost.
Right.
Because, people aren't going to give their money back because those companies want to keep that money.
Right.
because they're also taking a loss. So that's the hard part about understanding some bands and stuff like that. I feel like is that they have a personality they got to protect, where it's like we don't want to look like we're pandering and all that, but we did just sink a huge summer tour that's canceled now, cost us upwards of $1 million or something like that. Now we're negative or whatever, and we can't get it back. No,
I couldn't hold it for basically what is a band.
But what bands would come out with a sob story like that?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm just saying my take on it.
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't.
There's for example, you're an independent contractor when you're working in the music industry. I'm assuming as a performer, I think. Yeah. So you can't. I don't think you can apply for unemployment because of that. I'm not 100% sure
unemployed.
About the facts. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about the facts on that one. But yeah, I wouldn't hold it against them with a GoFundMe or a Patreon or anything like that. I mean, the thing is, I feel like you would probably need to get creative with like what you offer. Like, hey, if you give us $10, we give you a fucking sticker. You give us $1,000, we do a meet and greet over Skype or something like it's got to be worth it to the Uber fans that are going to be, interacting with them and giving them the dough. That's what I think.
Yeah. They can have it as long as they provide something, at least, whether it's like a guaranteed album while you can watch us write songs. It might be boring, but we're playing the same riffs over and over again, but you get to be there.
That would actually be pretty cool.
I would like it.
I think that'd be
watch
tight as
how they tinker around together and figure out like how they made that riff for that super awesome song that comes out next year,
Yeah. I mean, my thoughts are I don't see a problem with it. I mean, anybody that would watch this, or you could really talk to some of your favorite artists out there, they're going to tell you all the same thing. Like, do not get into music to make money. But unfortunately, there are some people that rely on their music to make ends meet, if that makes sense.
Daniel, you good?
Yeah, I was going to point out the bands that wouldn't want to do a Patreon are like anarchist punk rock bands and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You sellouts.
But you still got to eat, Like, you still got to eat. You still got bills to pay. You'd rather
struggle on the streets.
True.
Than ask for people for handouts.
Yeah. I have a weird feeling those bands weren't making money, but maybe not.
They weren't.
I don't know.
Nobody spent it on drugs
and
anyway.
If they were making money, I'm pretty sure they were the sellouts anyway. So
nobody's really hit on GoFundMe's. I think when we first started this whole thing, I think we even had a story a little bit about Devin Townsend doing it. But I haven't seen any more on that. Don't know if that was true or not, but and this band,
I just saw the video. I didn't watch it.
For Devin, his quarantine.
He did something last week.
It was actually kind of cool. It sounded really good. It was basically a live concert, but it was just him instead of the rest of the backing band. But he had the backing tracks. That was actually really cool. His guitar looks the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but the coolest thing I've ever seen too. It's a rainbow guitar,
at the same time.
And then more colors than there are in the rainbow. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so this band specifically didn't do it, but that was kind of what I thought about, what do we think, because it is hard.
They're only hurting themselves.
The best thing to do is if you're,
why would anybody care though? Like, that's what I can't understand, that side of the argument.
Because it's still your favorite.
Bragging right.
It's your
survived
after
COVID favorite without your help.
Why would anybody care that they're not doing it?
No, why would anybody care that an artist is doing something like that unless they're like
some people just feel like right. Some people feel
status.
Like, oh, it's that's trashy. Like, I think people have a misunderstanding, especially in the metal community, that metal bands are rich, and they're not. The biggest thing to do is diversify your income, do something else. So if something like this happens or tours are canceled or whatever, you have a source of income coming in. But I think a lot of people are misunderstood and thinking you could just make it in a band, get signed, and then you're set, right?
You're sold. You're set for life.
And that's not true. And I imagine if record labels aren't making money, then the artists are also not making money. Whatever advancements they got, that's it.
This day and age, most bands aren't even on a record label. They're self-produced or go through another artist from another band.
There's a lot that are certainly going that way for sure.
Yeah, it's like there's a parallel with this with the GoFundMe and the bands and stuff that are not working right now. Is like Cameo. Cameo, that website where you pay like any famous person or any internet personality, you pay them a certain amount of money that they set, and then you send them like, hey, say, talk into the camera and say this, like, hey, I'm gonna, my friend is a big fan. It's his birthday. Say happy birthday, whatever. Say XYZ. It's like a little between, I don't know, 15-second, like minute-long clip. You pay whatever, $50, $100. And I could see that as being kind of trashy because, there's weird people on there that are like A-list, like one of the Kardashians, I think, is on there. And it's like thousands of dollars to get her cameo. But then you have like people like Sugar Ray, Mark McGrath is on there. I think it's like $100
God,
something
please have him
bucks.
say happy birthday to me, guys.
Yeah, but like Mark McGrath being on there, I'm like, yeah, okay. I haven't heard his stuff in a while. He's probably just making use of any fame that he has. I would probably do the same thing. But the Kardashian or people like that
I'll
are
get
like
Smash Mouth for you.
Yeah, I'd be down. Birthday's
I actually
not close, but yep.
I
here
actually
we go.
got a happy birthday cameo once.
Who's it from?
Yeah,
It is a guy named Christian Okoye. He was a running back of the Kansas City Chiefs
Anyways,
from many years ago. They called him
Yeah.
Nigerian Nightmare. He was awesome. But it was cool.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I thought it was cool.
sounds terrible. I was
Got it
trying
from
to
That's
the
get
very fitting for you.
I was
it was
trying to
awesome.
get
Very fitting.
I was trying to get Nick Schwartzen on there for my buddy who's a big fan, and his price was $69. I was like, yeah, that's perfect.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
Can I tip you $4.20?
It was so funny. Like he didn't give a shit, but then he actually stopped making them like a week before I was gonna do it. He like hopped off because he was probably like, this fucking blows.
He got probably spammed, and he's like, I can't fulfill these orders.
It's got to be
$69.
awkward for them. Like,
Ugh, God, sounds
hey,
terrible.
Nico, I never met you a day in my life, but happy birthday, bud. I hope it's really awesome. Like, I feel like if somebody,
oh my God. Yeah, it sounds
After the
terrible.
100th
I feel
video
like
he's taking in that one day session that he's like, I just want to nail these out. He's just kind of like losing it and just like, fuck you, happy birthday.
Yeah,
okay,
but
next one.
there's so many shameless motherfuckers out there that like
for sure.
they don't give a fuck.
I see people like random sponsored ads on Facebook. Like, hey guys, I'm on Cameo now. I'm like, well, who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
I don't give a
lot
shit.
of people
Why should I
are on
care?
Cameo. A lot of people.
I honestly feel like the best one would probably be Nick Schwartzen, though. That would probably be amazing. I
Yeah,
think he's
I was-
made for something like that. Just super awkward. Happy birthday. He'd probably make it worse than what it sounds like it would be.
He is so
Which would
funny,
be
dude.
awesome.
I was listening to a podcast he was on a while ago, and he was like, I don't remember how it got brought up, but he was like, my dad's dead. He was like, like the kid who doesn't know how to brag. Like, I don't know why I like died.
My dad works for Nintendo. Well, my dad does this. Well, my dad's dead.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking funny. Oh my God.
What has he been in? I know Grandma Boy is probably
Every
my
Adam
favorite.
Sandler movie.
Every Adam.
Is he
he's
an
part
Adam
of that
Sandler?
whole-
He's like best friends with him. Yeah. Every
Yes.
single one.
I'm just trying to think of. Oh man,
You
That's
should
kind
watch
of it,
the
though.
Sounds
music
like I need to
video
rewatch
for,
some Adam
I Trim My
Sandler.
Bush.
was it?
Everything just.
I
Listen to
trim
it.
What?
He was in that,
There's a
wasn't
song-
he?
Yeah, that's next one. I Trim My Bush by Adam Sandler. Go check out that music video. And Nick is the guy singing that song, but it's Adam Sandler singing it. He's just the music video face.
Oh, okay.
You've never
It's
heard
about
that
trimming
song?
your bush.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure.
God.
It's pretty great. You should check it out.
I'm really
Yeah.
sorry that we didn't become friends sooner and you could have hung out with our crowd and you missed some of the glorious things that we
And just
watched.
rock out in a car with a bunch of dudes just doing these little numbers, listening to I Trim My Bush.
Trim my bush.
Yeah, we're totally friends.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
totally friends.
You're my friend.
Come join us, Nico.
Best friends.
One of us. So, I have a guitar I'd like to show off today.
Good.
Yeah, so this is Fender's make on
Here we
a
go.
Japanese themed anime thing of Evangelion's Asuka themed Telecaster. This is probably I'm not a big fan of Telecasters, Billy. I'll have to be honest with you. They kind of ugly. Only certain people like. Can't think of an artist off the top of my head. Some people can pull it off. For me, I feel like I wouldn't fit behind it. This one I would rock. It's the 2020 Evangelion Asuka Telecaster. If anyone wants to check it out, it's
So,
got a few interesting pieces on it.
Okay. I had a question
what was it?
about the
Yeah, go for it.
design. The
So
bottom.
if you don't know
What?
the character, it's an anime chick. This is what they call
Thank you.
mecha anime. It's a mecha anime.
Oh.
People in robot like Gundam or Power Rangers in their Megazords and shit. It's kind of like that, but like predates all of that. So yeah, Fender decided to make. I don't know if there's an anniversary. They didn't really mention. I don't know when this anime actually came out off the top.
I had a question about the design. The bottom of the guitar is red, and then it goes up into like an orange towards the top left. I don't understand. Are they replicating the guitar from the character? Or
yes, so so she plays the little green accent. She has little green accents on her suit. She's got her.
So she doesn't play guitar.
No. Oh. She rides a gigantic mech that destroys entire cities and
it's
stuff.
It's just taking her colors basically and kind of.
It's her color palette, yeah.
Oh.
And they try and accent everything down to what her outfit comes out to be.
This is some niche shit, bro.
Very.
Like guitars
but
are one
it's
thing,
pretty
but
fucking cool.
Mecha anime guitar.
Mecha anime guitar. Yeah, acid jazz, folks. Mecha anime guitars.
No.
Yeah, that is a specific.
Get with the
fucking
times,
lane.
old men. This is the future.
I don't want to call it a virgin guitar, but it's about as close as we're gonna get. I feel like
this will take me one step closer to getting my wizardry.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't deny me.
It looks cool. I think I like it. I think I like how it looks. Anyways, I'm not a guitarist, but it's a Telecaster.
It's a Telecaster.
Hey, look at that. I actually knew that. All right, cool.
Fender Telecaster. So
it's got a few purchases on it that I'm not familiar with. I had to do some research on it. I was like, I've never heard of some of these, like the pickups, high gain lace Lumitone humbuckers. I think they're called death coils or something like that. Never heard of them, and they look massive. If you look at the pictures on them, like they're just gigantic, like brick walls in there of just metal and plate, like different colored schemes and everything. And then they made a single coil version that matches for it up on the neck position. But yeah, I listened to some videos that didn't take off well, so I was like, why did they go with this? I don't know. Why?
I like the colors.
The colors are pretty.
Right, single
orange,
coil, whatever the colors.
Red.
Yeah, that's
so.
Is this a normal thing? Like going ahead and designing guitars?
People will pay money for this.
Okay.
Which, speaking of which, I haven't even said it. It's $2,300 in America.
Fuck. Why?
23.
I don't think that's bad.
2,300. Yep.
I don't think that's bad.
You don't think that's bad?
For custom made parts that are not common on a Telecaster at all. A synthetic red nut up at the top, and a custom inlay of the anime in there too, having some intricate designs in there on that 12th fret.
Yo, shout out to Nut Club. Anyways, Billy, were you about to say something?
Like
synthetic red Nut Club.
I'm actually glad you brought this up because I did see this earlier this week,
All
but
right,
never
moving
clicked on
so
it.
I got something I want to talk about.
Go for it.
I had to do it.
So I didn't click on it. It looked awesome. I don't know too much about Fender in Japan. So one of the things I do know, like some of the Japan, like Ibanez's, and there might have been another brand in there somewhere. I'm sure there was. Those were the more sought after at one point guitars over the Americans or the Korean, I guess, versions or whatever came out. Right, Daniel? The Japan Ibanez's at one time were like awesome or something. Am I wrong in that?
Technically, still, because Ibanez is from Japan.
Right. So,
it's like getting American-made PRS versus the Korean-made.
Right. So I don't know shit about anime, and I could really give a shit less. But I would actually buy this guitar myself.
Bite your fucking tongue.
So the thing is, it's got a bridge that people would want more. It's not a normal Tele bridge, because Teles are more geared towards like the country artists and stuff like that. It's got actually 6 saddles instead of 3. So the saddles are what the strings rest on at the bridge, at the bottom of it. So it's easier to intonate, which just makes basically your guitar stay in tune better, sound better, and not knock out at certain frets.
Yeah, all the way through the neck.
Most Teles come with 2 single coil pickups. This one has a humbucker and a single coil, which I think is a phenomenal design, and I wish I actually owned a guitar like that.
This is your design, actually. Yeah, the Telecaster with a single.
And then black hardware, which is fucking awesome. The black headstock, I think, is what the black headstock with the red body. I don't think I've seen that ever on at least
with a
Telecaster.
black neck too.
Right, with that black neck that looks a lot like my Holcomb style neck, so it looks like it might even be
the
satin.
Wow, yeah.
So honestly, and then the hard shell case that comes with it is what you would get with like a Fender Elite or something like that. Looks like it's got a logo on it too, which would kind of suck because I don't know shit about
it's
this
a
anime.
sticker. You don't have to put it on there.
Is
they
it a
say
sticker?
it's included. It's a sticker. It says it's included with the case, but they don't put it on there because I think they ship it through that case.
Cool.
So I don't want it rubbing off before you get it. And that's just the logo from the anime.
So with all that in mind and that red nut, with all that in mind, I would absolutely buy this fucking guitar. I think it's tight
rad.
as
It's
fuck.
very unique. It's awesome.
Unique, different colors. I love the red, the sunset color going on. The green throws me off, but it beats putting yellow on that green pick guard.
It is just a pick plate, so you could just change it out.
You could, but I wouldn't though, because it's unique. Like I think it's awesome.
It's very unique.
So my thoughts.
And when I saw
on
this,
it.
I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm glad you brought it up because I completely forgot. I saw that earlier this week and forgot to click on it, and I'm like, thank you.
I was like, even if Billy touches this, frick him, he doesn't know what this is.
I wouldn't. I would have just been like, hey guys, check out this cool ass looking guitar. I don't know what Evangeline Asuka is.
Evangelion.
Come on.
Evangelion, that's what the name of the anime.
Evangelion is what it is here in the States.
True.
Yeah, I'm just a pleb. I don't know
behemoths.
shit about it. But yeah, it's cool. I like
I thought you were a simp.
it. No.
The verbiage is not getting it.
Everything went over Nico's head.
What
He's like, what?
what you miss on it?
Oh, I thought you were a simp, not a pleb. Or are you a cuck?
He's a weeb.
Oh, my bad.
I thought a pleb was just like, I don't even know if I've been using it right. I don't fucking know. Hey,
I think it's
we're all in this
pronounced
together.
plebe.
Pleb, like you fuck, but instead of you fuck, you fucking idiot, it's you pleb.
It's a short term for peasant. You
Wow.
poor asshole.
Yeah.
Because it's
Dumbass.
a plebeian.
Oh. So I want to show you guys something that I've been watching. Well, I discovered this recently on YouTube, but I guess it's kind of, how old is this? I might need to check. I thought it was less than a year old. Have you guys heard of a YouTuber called Jim Browning? I think that's his name.
I
No.
think
That's
so.
literally the channel's name. So this guy and his logo is scam with like an X through it.
Okay, yep, I know who you're talking about.
Right.
I watched his documentary.
Okay, so yeah, he did a documentary about scammers that call you. Everyone's been through it. They call you on the phone, or they email you, call you on the phone. They try to get your information and say there's somebody that they're not. Right? He was able to. He made this 4-part video series, and they're all like whatever 20 to 25 minutes each. That is some of the most, like, Tiger King doesn't have shit on Jim Browning. Like, this guy went all in on this one company.
He had informants.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
He had informants. He had CCTV footage. He had access to their files, their Excel sheets, like absolutely everything. So he saw the scam came through his computer. So what he did was he called the number that it said to call, because it was like, oh, your computer has been it's been compromised. You need to call us at whatever. Make sure your IP address isn't taken. It's just bullshit. Like, everyone's seen it, but people do call that. Like, this company makes like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think it was millions. It might have been in the low millions.
No, so like, it's a conglomerate. That one makes about like it was hundreds of thousands. But they all pull in together to a bigger company that's not associated.
Right.
And this is all in India.
Yes.
And they pull money and then earn that bigger company millions.
Right. So this guy was able, so he called the number, whatever. He records everything. This guy's a genius. And he's talking to the guy on the phone, and basically the guy's trying to get access to his computer. He ends up giving him access to his computer, but only so he can reverse access their fucking network, right?
He can also look at their CC cameras while they're talking to each other, and he can know who he's talking to.
Right. So he was able to, like I said, reverse connect to their servers, find all the Excel sheets, find out the names of all the employees, the CCTV footage, and he was able to. He recorded everything he found, and he was talking to the guy on the phone, and in the video, you hear the phone conversation, and you see the CCTV footage, and everything lines up. Like, he found who he was talking to on the cameras, and he was basically grilling him, like, so where are you located out of? And he's like, oh, we're in San Jose, California. And he was like,
He would drop names and stuff of, like, he knows what his actual name is. He'd be like, have you ever been to whatever that guy's name street? You know, it's just, Have you ever been to Park Street? And that's the guy's last name or something. Yeah, Park Street. In California, you know what I'm talking about, right? Park Street, right?
Exactly.
Park? He'd talk like that, and then you can see him getting flustered, like with the CCTV, and then their voice, and they're like one guy was straight up like playing Pac-Man the entire time or something like that, like trying to help him.
They're all fucking playing Pac-Man while they're on the phone trying to scam these poor sons of bitches out of like a ton of money. Like every transaction's like a couple $100, and they don't do anything.
Yeah, they use Pac-Man as just a buffer of them just kind of like, did you turn it on and off?
Yeah.
Did you do this? Did you do that? And then once they get down to the meat and potatoes of like, oh, okay, now, okay, so your issues are real. Well, I want you to type this in. Yeah. You never heard of CMD? Yeah, go in there and type this in. Oh yeah, now it looks like it's legit stuff happening all of a sudden, and
Yeah, and so
type all this information, let us in there.
He gets this guy in a corner with like everything. He ends up talking to his man, like he ends up muting his microphone because he's so flustered by all the questions he can't answer. Like, oh, if you're in San Jose, where do you live? Just give me your street that like you live off. Give me a street away from your house. Like, give me 2 streets over. And the guy's like, I can't answer. I'm not here. He kept stammering. He's like, I can't answer these questions. He was
making terrible excuses.
He's in Delhi, India. New Delhi, whatever. And he has no idea what he's talking about. And he's like, how come everyone around you has the same accent as you, but you're all in San Jose? He's like, sir.
He got a curse word too.
Oh, yeah.
One of them cussing. He's like, yeah, did you just heard beep?
Yeah.
In Indian.
So he's whatever. He has all this access to all this information, records everything. I don't think I finished it. I think I got to part 3, and I was like dying on the floor the way he just he flexes so hard, dude. He went in
documentary
on these fucking guys, and you kind of feel bad for the workers, but at the same time, they know exactly what they're doing. I feel a little more. I have a little more sympathy for the workers than I do for the managers, who are just like
the managers are the biggest problem.
Who are giving like cash bonuses, not putting it on the books, and paying them.
Incentives.
Dude, they made like nothing. They make nothing. Like it's the smallest amount of money considering they work 12-hour shifts. So it's just a situation that it needed to be taken down. And I can't believe just the amount of footage and the access he had was unheard of. And then he just destroyed them intellectually.
And none of the other CCTV cameras in that whole entire building had audio except for the CEO's office.
Oh, is that what happened?
That's the only one that had audio.
I hadn't got there
And then
yet.
he can record all their business meetings and listen in on how the new scams were going to go down.
Oh,
so he learned how the next projects that were happening. Oh wait, that might be. I just spoiled it. I think
it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Watch the 4th one.
It was. I got my viewership out of it, dude. Like it was. Go look up
nuts.
Jim Browning spying on scammers. It's 4 videos. God, that is fuck Tiger King, dude.
It's
awesome. It's the best.
It's something of a problem that it still exists. It was way more prominent a few 10 years ago, like super prominent. I when I worked at Office Depot, I had people coming in with these FBI warnings. You got to pay this money to get the software off, or the FBI to stop tracking you.
All right, so we got a game this week. This one is a little different. It's not a visual game, and it's going to be interesting. Did you guys ever play RuneScape?
No.
Long time ago. Yeah, I played it when I was a kid. I recently got back into it since I have way too much downtime, and I was looking at some of the quests, because the RuneScape is basically like a point and click kind of like RPG, turn-based adventure, open world, ton of skills you could work on. It's really, really a massive cult following, but I can't call it mainstream because it's not there. But it's been around for like over 15 years. I want to say closer to 20 nowadays. Good God, I'm old. Probably, I think.
So, but I was playing the game, and then it made me think, okay, a lot of these quests, because you could do quests, because it's kind of medieval-ish with some mythology in there, the quests kind of sound a little bit like metal bands. So this game is it a RuneScape quest, or is it a metal band?
Is there a possibility of both?
There is a possibility of both. I'm glad you asked that. I did not explain that. There is a possibility of both. So I'm going to tell you a title or a band name, and you're going to have to guess if it is a metal band, a RuneScape quest, or both. And the way this game is different, gentlemen, is we have some stakes on the line, because whoever gets it wrong is going to be sent a link from the subreddit 50/50.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And if you guys aren't familiar with 50/50, don't go there, because people upload photos or GIFs or whatever. And in the caption, they say, this is either blank a good thing, like it's like a kid riding a bike, or it's somebody getting, pooped on or something like that.
Oh,
and
my God.
that's why it's 50-50, because it's like, well, here we go. It's like a weird adrenaline, just like self-hate kind of thing. So you guys are going to be clicking on that if you lose. Okay. And I did not screen these. So it could be a good one. It could be a bad one. I don't know. I don't have the stomach for that shit anymore. Like maybe when I was 18 and psychopathic, sure. Nowadays, old man, Kane, Nico, no. So,
I'm still a psychopath.
And I know that's the reason I did 50-50 is because I had a feeling you guys probably weren't as familiar with RuneScape as you were with like Call of Duty with our last game. And so I was like, okay, well, I don't want to completely destroy the loser for every round. Let's give him a chance.
Could we have the winner get the banana Laffy Taffy?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Banana Laffy Taffy. Thanks to our friends at Sweetwater. Got this sweet ass wind filter Billy sent me. Thank you again. And this is Billy's favorite. I don't know if we're going to include that in the beginning.
It's Daniel's favorite as well.
Yeah. I'm still going to expect 5 cherry Laffy Taffies for the 1 banana because it is also my favorite. But all right, let's get into it. Let me pull up this tab here. So
let's go.
The first, get pumped, idiots. So the first title, is it a RuneScape quest or is it a metal band or is it both? This one I wanted to make kind of easy because there's a ton of metal bands out there. It's insane. I went on metalarchives.com and there's it's overwhelming.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Dude, there's like 30 bands.
That's where I find underground metal bands.
There's like 30 bands named like Zombie or some shit. Like it's crazy. So the first one,
you got the US.
It's gonna be a little easy on you guys. Biohazard. Is it a metal band? Is it a RuneScape quest? Or is it both? And we're going to go ahead and get your answers together. Billy, what do you think?
Both.
Will Bob?
That's my answer too.
Both. You are both correct. It is both a band, pretty popular band. I get them confused with Anthrax a lot. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, the thrash metal genre. Yeah,
around the same time period, I think. I'm not sure.
Or the fact that they are both biohazards.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
True.
They're both biohazards.
Oh yeah, that's probably. I'm probably getting the words kind of convoluted and mixed up. So we're tied 1-1. I gotta write that down. Jesus. So tied 1-1. So no one's got a link yet. That's exciting. Well, it's good for you guys.
It is exciting.
The next one is now think hard about this. Dig deep, because you might remember some of these RuneScape quests.
Never
Daniel,
played it, so this is going to be fun.
Oak Helm. Oak Helm. Oak like the wood, helm like the helm.
The helmet.
So, Billy, what do you think?
That's going to be RuneScapes.
RuneScape quests. And Will Bob?
Same.
Oh, no. Oh, no, you both are going to have to click on this link I'm going to send you.
What? There's a band called Oak Helm.
There's a band called Oak Helm, and it is not a quest. I'm glad I tripped you guys up on that.
Wow. Band Oak Helm. What a terrible name.
It is pretty terrible. But Metal Archives, there's everything there, dude. There is absolutely everything. God,
I just don't get the name of the band. All right, so let's NSFW. All right,
we're gonna do a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and you have to look at it. Don't furry art. Let's be honest.
All right, so when do we do it?
No, so we either got Star Wars or we got weird furry art.
That's the 50-50. Okay. So you guys click on it.
Yep, I'm looking right. I went to one specifically to get a better look.
What are we looking at, boys?
Do you see it too?
Oh my god!
What is it?
Are you on it, Billy?
Bareback Valley.
Yep.
Boston Mio Chat 2.
And thanks, Nico. This has fucking pop-ups in it with
I've got ad block on.
Games.
Uh-oh. Good thing we all have antivirus, right? Oh.
Good, yeah.
I do not.
I'm looking at these hyperlinks and I'm like, yeah, look, there's porn ads in there.
So what I still need a description. What'd you end up getting?
We got furry porn.
Oh boy.
Weird furry porn. I clicked on one to go deeper and
why would you do that?
Because I was like, I'm just gonna dive in. It is a cowgirl.
Oh, no.
Anatomically humanized.
Daniel's into
cowgirl
it. He's into it. He's like, I'm gonna
with
bookmark
udders
this real
dripping
quick.
with milk as she's getting railed from behind by a normal.
Favorite
I'm good.
favorite
I saw
bookmark.
some hot topics. You know, little quick overview of what was to be expected. I'm good
So
on
instead
that.
instead of just a pair of boobs, you've got a
come
pair
on.
of boobs and an entire sack udder
All right.
down
All
there.
right, we get it. Moving on.
Next
here.
one, I'm
Jesus.
trying to win this shit and not
Throw
open
up.
one of those
I didn't
again.
even see it. All right.
See, I know how you lose too, Nico.
Yes, I do. Yep, you're definitely turning this around on me. God damn it. All right, so it's still okay. So it's still tied 1-1. We got a few more. Is it a metal band or is it a RuneScape quest? This next one. Fishing contest. Fishing contest.
Me and Billy are thinking the same exact thing. I know it.
Billy.
It's got to be Rune.
Yeah.
Only if it's a metal band, I
I'm
give
gonna
up.
lose my shit if there's a metal band called Fishing Contest.
So you're both saying fishing contest is a RuneScape quest and not a metal band.
Yes.
Correct.
And not a metal band.
It's 2-2. You're on the board.
All right.
Okay.
I was trying to throw you off with the order and stuff, but good job. You trusted your guts. I like that. And just to mix it up and keep things fair, since I didn't trip you up, I will fucking click on this goddamn link real quick.
He's gonna check out some
I
promo.
feel kind of bad that I'm putting you guys through this and I don't have anything going on with myself. So hold on. All right. Oh, fuck. I got lucky. Oh, my God. It was the descriptor was rubbing a pussy. And it's just somebody petting a cat. Okay, Jesus. That actually startled the shit out of me. Wow, okay.
She's like, whoa, where's that
Oh,
handle?
God, yeah,
Oh.
the image loads. You're like, oh,
It's a
God,
cat.
okay, thank God it's a cat. Holy crap. All right, cool. So it's tied 2-2. We got a few more, and we have quite a few more 50-50s as well, guys. And once again, I didn't screen these. I don't know what it's going to be, so it's as fair as it can be, I guess. So the next one, Plague City. Plague City. Is it a metal band or RuneScape quest? Billy, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with metal band.
Metal band, Billy guesses.
Damn it, Billy.
And
We're on the same page, so I'm gonna change it. Both.
both. Okay, so
Both.
Billy's metal band, you're saying it's both RuneScape quest and a metal band. You're both wrong. We're still tied 2-2. It is a quest. I was convinced when I saw that quest. I was like, there has got to be a fucking band. And I could not find one. I found Plague Divine, Plague Crawler, Plague, but no Plague City. So you
Guess
both
what our
lose.
new band name is?
Plague City.
Plague City.
Plague City 50-50.
Weird furry porn.
Yeah. So let's
That's
see.
us now.
Whoops. What happened?
Oh. Looks so cute,
All right,
Harry
these
Potter.
fucking links, bro.
What are you sending us here,
All right,
Nico?
my bad. Hold on. I'm copying this real quick. Bop, bop. All right, so go ahead and click on that whenever you can. What do we got? And it's either a pig or an ape. It's a pig or an ape. What is it?
A pig.
It's a pig, all right.
Yeah, is it?
It's a pig.
The pig
He's
shit.
got an udder butter.
Oh, it's a pig shit.
He's got an udder butter stuck to his butt.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
saying
that's pretty
he's-
disgusting.
Fun fact, I accidentally clicked on this when I was trying to get these, and I was like, oh, God, fuck.
I lost.
Who came up with this shit? Because it
It's
says
genius.
too cute Harry Potter or some shit like that, but then you click on it, it says pig or ape. Has nothing to do with Harry Potter.
No, that was the wrong thing I sent. Sorry. That was a
okay.
cut off URL, so it didn't actually
Where
work.
okay, pig or okay, gotcha.
Yeah, my bad. So okay, so we're still tied 2-2. We have, I think, two more. Yeah, so you guys gotta break this tie, bro. What are y'all doing? All right, next one. Golem, like from Lord of the Rings. Golem. Is it a quest from RuneScape or is it a metal band? Billy, what do you think?
Metal band.
Okay,
Both.
metal band. Will Bob saying both. Billy, I'm gonna need you to click that link real quick if you don't mind.
God damn it.
Will Bob is up
One ahead.
3-2.
How
He's getting it.
does Gollum mean something? Can we get a definition of that?
Yeah, it's not a character name. It's also a name you would like a clay creature someone made.
Yeah.
They call them golems.
Yeah, it's like mythological crap too. Yeah. So what's the descriptor on this? It is
The guy gets cut in the neck by hockey skate in 1982, or Ben Phillip hypnotizes Elliot Prank.
what is it? Tell us. Describe it.
Yeah, what is it, Billy?
Are you good?
Yeah,
It's
do
a
we traumatize
fucking
you?
minute-long video. I mean,
Is it?
just guys playing hockey.
Oh, well, then we know which one it is.
Yeah, you're gonna have to skim through that to
Yeah, I
find
think
it.
I've seen this before. I mean, he definitely got cut in the neck by a skate.
Watch it.
I went to it.
Sorry,
I've
seen
seen it.
Yeah,
Well, that was exciting. All right.
20 seconds in.
that was disgusting. That's one of the reasons why, like, I do enjoy hockey now. I never did. The first game I ever went to, got completely dizzy because I was drunk trying to watch the puck. Yeah, that's terrifying. Terrifying.
Got dizzy from all those hot dudes on the ice.
Oh yeah,
A lot
girl.
of sweat.
Getting lightheaded over here.
All right, so 3-2.
You got
the
it.
fuck is that both? He just went opposite of me. He didn't think that was a quest.
He's got a strap.
I said both.
He's got a strap, bro.
I know.
I know what a golem is.
All right, this last one. Are we gonna have a tie again? Oh my goodness. Let's see. RuneScape Quest metal band. Naked Spy. Naked Spy. RuneScape Quest or a metal band? What do you think, Billy?
Metal band.
RuneScape.
Well, Bob, you're gonna need to click that link real quick. We're tied up at 3-3, and this
Hello.
50-50 is if you want to do the real 50-50 challenge. So I guess this is a real 50.
Just go to the site.
Daniel, you're gonna have to describe this to us. Good.
This is a link to do a real 50-50 challenge to another subreddit R5050, and it just takes me to the R5050 page.
All right, perfect. So I'm usually terrified of shameless plugs in subreddits for no reason. So isn't that scary?
Yeah, it took me to the actual 50-50.
Ah.
So, which is, okay, so you have 50-50 in the number form. This guy's saying there's 50-50 in the spelt out form.
Oh, okay. Don't criticize my game. All right, so we're tied 3-3.
That was horrifying, Nico.
Unbelievable.
I didn't know you could spell 50 like that.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have looked that up. That made sense because the one I was on was like fucking inactive as shit, and people were just bitching a lot. So that makes a lot of sense. Damn it. Okay, so we're tied 3-3. So I'm gonna have to pull something out of my ass because I did not think there was gonna be a tie with this one. I guess I should have fucking done like an odd number.
Rock, paper,
Dumb
scissors.
fuck. I didn't do 7. What an idiot. All right. Well, I'm gonna come one off the dome right now because I know plenty of metal bands and plenty of RuneScape quests. Let's go with. And you guys say this as soon as I say it. That's got to break the tie. And whoever gets it right first, that says it first, that's going to be it. So it's based on your bandwidth and your reactions.
Yeah.
And your knowledge.
Right. So let's.
Luck.
I got it. All right. Demon Slayer.
Both.
Both.
You're both wrong. You're both wrong.
It didn't matter.
You're both wrong. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. Well, last one. Demon Slayer 2.
RuneScape.
Neither.
RuneScape. Will Bob wins 4-3
Jesus.
handily. He gets the
There's
fucking
a Demon Slayer 2. There's 2 quests with Demon Slayer.
banana Laffy Taffy. That's exciting. Will Bob, how many of these have you fucking won?
Every, I think.
I feel like I'm gonna have to go watch the tape.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back on the tapes. I think I've won every
You
one
got the
though. I won the
T-shirt.
Xbox
You got
shirt.
the card. Ew. Excuse Jesus. Ew. I definitely did that to the
Jeez.
microphone. Yeah, I think you've won. I think you're 4 for 4, or I
Yeah,
think so.
He's a very lucky dude sometimes.
yeah. I know how to game.
That's not a. What did you
Get
say?
on
What
my
was the last
level
one? That was
while I
both?
Play my
Oh no,
Metroidvanias.
Demon Slayer.
Listening to my
Demon
acid jazz.
Slayer.
Demon Slayer 2 is a quest. Yes.
Right.
You would
Why
think it
would
was a
there be
band.
two?
Be a
in
band
one
name
game.
that-
God damn it. Yeah. What did I say? I just said a quest.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I said neither.
You said both. Yeah, you said
I
neither.
said
actually.
neither.
Yeah, that's
That's
not a
how you got-
choice.
I thought that was a choice.
Oh my god.
Billy just jumped off the game. I was like, I don't know.
Jesus. Christ.
You gave me the win, Billy.
Oh, it's all
You
good.
gave up.
So yeah, Will Bob, you win the Laffy Taffy and all from Sweetwater, and that was
You just keep it on a shelf that you don't touch and just let it sit there until this whole thing blows over.
fair enough. Fair
Cool.
enough.
So I've got a couple things I can just kind of rattle off real quick, and then maybe we can get into the album review.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
I do have one thing to mention.
Sure. Did you want to? Well, yeah.
I'll just throw it out now.
Sure. Yeah.
It's short. Have you seen Machine Gun Kelly's working with Travis Barker with a like a post-punk rock band?
Really?
Sounds terrible.
Song wasn't bad. I'll send the link to you guys.
Okay.
I listened to it. I was like, all right, this sounds like what Blink has been doing lately, which I don't mind their new stuff. It's not as good as their old stuff, but
Where are we?
Yeah,
Or where are
it's
you?
not-
Oh my God! I thought that
great.
was the song. I hit play, and immediately, where are we?
where are we?
I was like, damn, they really are pulling off Blink. Huh?
I'm so sorry.
So Machine Gun Kelly's trying to get kids to want to pick up the guitar. Is his goal
I mean,
with this
he's-
project?
Okay.
So from what I've seen, he's been trying to play for a while. I don't know a whole lot about him. Heard some of
I
his
don't
songs,
either at
and
all.
it's not terrible. I'm not the
name just
biggest
sounds like a
rap
rap name.
guy.
Yeah.
He's had some actually funny videos with some different people in the videos, or obviously guest features and shit like that too. But I don't think it's terrible. But the crossover, so that actually brings me to one of mine. Which we can talk about this for a second. Do you have any more on that? I'm sorry.
No, that's all I wanted to expose everybody. Our, Machine Gun Kelly. I like Travis Barker as a drummer a lot.
Yeah.
It's not
everything-
terrible. It actually sounds like it belongs right in the genre. Honestly,
Yeah.
it sounds like a radio song you'd
For
hear.
a rapper to make stuff. I don't know if it's actually no. There's a lot of good melodies in the guitar work. I'd say.
Why are the vocals? They sound so low in this song. No,
It sounds like what?
the
Quiet
vocals sound very low compared to the instruments.
They're pretty even on my end.
That's weird.
Mine too.
Well, I don't like it.
Yeah, so I don't think that's bad, but I honestly expected worse out of that.
Yeah. It's
So
true.
another crossover, as well as Travis Barker being a part of it. One of our good
Post Malone.
buddies, actually, yeah, he put me onto a Post Malone with Travis Barker. Excuse me for
Travis
not knowing the
Barker's-
other guy. There's another guy in the video as well playing bass,
No clue.
but it's Post Malone on guitar and doing vocals, doing Nirvana covers in their house. I'm actually going to link you guys to that because that's actually, I was impressed. Now I know Post Malone to actually be really into metal and shit like that. But I was, what the fuck? There's GIFs on Discord, by the way. I've known him to be into metal and stuff like that. He loves like screaming type shit too, even though he is a rapper. But he actually does pretty good. He can play guitar fairly well. And he's got a pretty good like 90s grunge type voice for that genre. So it's not bad. Check it out. We'll probably throw it in the links for the Tubute video, even though most of you guys have probably all seen it, but it's pretty good. They did a live stream, so they played together. Again, Travis Barker on drums, him on guitar and vocals, and I don't know the bass player.
I watched it a few days ago, and it was a surprise. I was pleasantly surprised with Post's just capabilities. Like I was like, wow, he actually can play guitar, he can sing at the same time, and it sounds fucking good. Like to me, I don't have a guitar ear necessarily, and the mix was great. It was loud as shit. Everything was present. Everything sounded crispy, man, fucking crispy. And
yeah, whoever was producing that was doing a phenomenal job.
after a while, I found myself just like fast forwarding to when they end a song and just hearing them banter.
Yeah.
Just like Post Malone's hilarious. He's just like, he just feels like the dude you jammed with. You know what I mean? Like in high school and stuff. That's what he
It's
seems
pretty cool
like.
how tight it is too.
Fuck yeah, man. I was
Like I
really excited about it.
I wonder if they practiced before all this started or what happened.
Oh, they
but
had to.
There was a
I
clip
mean,
he said, I heard him say on the stream, he was like, yeah, we practiced this like twice.
okay,
So they did practice.
That's still pretty good though.
Yeah.
2 practices.
Yeah, no, they were tight.
Yeah, he's I don't know how much he knows about guitars, but there was another video I saw a while back that our buddy put us on too. That well, he sent it to me. I had previously seen it, but he had reminded me of it. But Post Malone went guitar shopping and was picking up some really. He went to like this crazy boutique guitar shop, picked up like an old SG that was like crazy fucking setup.
Yeah.
And then he also put up or he had like a Tele or something in there. Like it was incredible. And he was picking up these awesome ass guitars. And then I was like, all right, let's see if this guy can play him. And he picks him up and he just starts jamming. No pick, nothing in his hands. Just starts jamming. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This guy can actually, like, he's not a shredder. He's not fucking killing it. But the motherfucker can play guitar and he's holding a great rhythm and beat with it. You know, that he could play probably to a metronome at that point. Like it was pretty impressive. It's cool to see other people kind of step outside their genre and do something different, and then also they're doing it well. It's pretty awesome to see.
And the cherry on top was they were wearing fucking muumuus. That was
Yeah, those muumuus. I thought they were like.
I thought they were old granny dresses. If that's what that means.
I mean,
muumuus.
tomato fucking tomato, baby. Like it's just weird.
That
giant
shit was
dresses.
funny.
Yeah, they were cracking me
I
up.
thought it was just post, but then I saw the bass player doing it too, and I was like, oh, it's a bit for all of them.
he just seemed like he was streaming this, and he wasn't even plugging. He like plugged the donation like for WHO and stuff, but in between every song, he didn't have like any scripted anything. He was just like, yeah, there was like a lot of awkward silence that I fucking appreciated because it was like, oh, he could just hang out and not just be like a weird figurehead like all these other, you know.
It doesn't
big
have
names.
to feel like he has to entertain.
Yeah, he's just what's up? We out here, you know, like that's it.
He's very social. Like he could talk to anybody.
Seems like it.
And he'll carry on a good conversation. I've seen him with Jared Dines, which is how I knew he's kind of into metal. They were listening to like some old Suicide Silence and shit like that. And he's just screaming the lyrics, you know, with Jared Dines and just having a hell of a time, like on a party bus or plane or something. Like he just he looks like he just enjoys fucking life. And he likes everything, you know, and then pretty talented at that. So that was impressive.
And
I like that.
when someone seems likable, you know, every single time, like consistently seems likable, that something about that's impressive. I don't know, probably because I am the opposite for the most part. So I'm just like, ooh, look, people enjoy him. That's awesome.
Something else that's likable, really kind of cool thing out of New York. There is a firefighter that, for the last few weeks at 7 p.m., I'm assuming every night, many people stop what they're doing and open their windows and start clapping as a firefighter stands on top of a fire truck and starts playing guitar. He shreds the national anthem. Looks like every night at 7 p.m. For those who are kind of just stuck inside, like open your windows, check it out, and then start shredding fucking the national anthem. Thought that was pretty fucking cool.
That's cool. Is he doing like the Jimi Hendrix version? Which is slightly
so there is a video.
inaudible.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'll link you guys to it, and we'll throw this in as well. But probably. I mean, if it's just maybe.
Do you want to rape America? From Harold and Kumar too. I don't know why I just said that.
Other quick COVID stories. Slipknot's Corey Taylor is auctioning off 13 guitars and basses for charity. So you can, I'll put the link in, but you can probably check that out. Looks like in addition to the charity, eBay is matching all donations to direct relief dollar for dollar up to $1 million.
Nice.
So he's got a pearl blue Gibson Dave Grohl signature number 87 out of 200. That's one of the things he's selling. Another Dave Grohl. Apparently he's a big fan of Dave Grohl. Les Paul, Fender acoustic. So some cool stuff there you could check out. Other than that, the one weird thing that I saw, and I read through it quickly, but the headline wrote, did the CIA write Scorpions' song Wind of Change? You guys familiar with that song at all?
Who isn't? Yeah, I've heard of this news article, of course.
You've heard of
No, what the fuck
the
are you
song
talking
or
about?
the article? The song. Do you know who Scorpions are?
They're like bugs and shit.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Rock you like a hurricane.
Don't patronize me, Billy. I know who the fuck the Scorpions are.
So which part don't you get?
Have you heard of Cher? Do you know who that is?
No.
Are you fucking
No,
stupid?
not at all. So I linked you to it. So apparently it's possible. So the song was written during the time of the fall of the Berlin Wall and the collapse of the Soviet Union. And so people are thinking that it could have actually been written by the CIA as a form of Cold War propaganda.
So they have songwriters
And there's
at the CIA?
I guess
What the
so.
fuck?
Yeah, I mean that's what the CIA does. They they throw freaking flyers in other countries of propaganda and shit to discourage their own the enemies and stuff like that.
So it looks like it's a theory going on by a New Yorker journalist, Patrick Radin Keefe. And he's going to explore this in a podcast that's coming out on May the 11th on Spotify. Scorpion claimed that they wrote the massive hit after performing in Moscow in 1989 with other big names like Bon Jovi, Motley Crue. But what if there's another truth? And I guess in an interview with Deadline, whoever that is, it's a story that stretches across musical genres and across borders and periods of history. So it was important to me that you hear the music and the accents and voices and judge for yourself who might be lying or who is telling the truth. Just a quick snippet from that quote there. But that would be pretty interesting. It's a weird theory to come up with. Like, oh, here's this fucking iconic song. CIA probably wrote it. Like,
I guess.
Kind of fucking weird.
I mean,
it's possible. I mean, you got who isn't a rockhead in any of these organizations that would be like, I want to write a song for them, and then they're like, oh yeah, it'd be hilarious if we could convince them if we tell them we'll kill them if they don't say that they wrote it.
But as Cold War propaganda, that's just so fucking weird. It's just a random fucking thing to see. But I wanted to share it with you guys because it was that fucking random.
These are the same fucks running around Walmart calling people sheep because they believe that COVID-19 is a real thing. You know what I mean? These theories, man, they never end. I got like super deep when I was a kid. I was like 18 when I got deep into conspiracy theories, and I just like, it got so far. It goes from who killed, what's his name? Who killed fucking Kennedy? It starts with that. Did we land on the moon? That kind of shit. And then it gets into, is our senator an intergalactic lizard pedophile that's gay? Like, it's too much. I can't handle it. So I'm like, fuck it. I don't know what happened. I don't care anymore. I just don't.
I get you.
Yeah, fuck it.
Cool. So those are a couple of things that I had real quick. Other than that, we ready for an album review?
The anal bum cover review?
Album review.
Dum, 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 dum.
It's copywritten.
Right, yeah, we can't do that. Don't hum it.
Bullshit.
They're going to take our
All right,
10 cents.
So they're not doing anything right now anyways. All right, so
Burn.
Daniel, you want to like start off at least explaining the album again, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah,
you don't have to give your review. You can go last if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a little suffix of it. But yeah, Cosmogenesis by Obscura, the band Obscura.
Mm-hmm.
This album was something I listened to a lot when I was doing a lot of carpentry for some reason. But yeah, it was just obscure and enough to... I have no clue. It was just super weird. Like, this is my first time hearing technical death metal at this level. I was just like, what the heck?
So this was your entry into technical death metal?
I would say the more deeper... This was what opened my eyes to going, what else is there? And then I started digging. Like, I already knew, like, Necrophagus or something like that, but that was about it.
Cool. Nico, you want to start? You want me to start?
Yeah, so the mix on this, I always start with the mix, as I always state before I say the mix on this, is pretty, it's, I like how everything stands out quite a bit. Instead, nothing really blends to me with this mix. It's like the drums are up front, guitar's up front to the left, the bass is up front to the right. They're all at the same level. And the vocals are just a tiny bit behind them. So I did enjoy that. I heard so much bass like standing out and doing its own thing that was kind of a breath of fresh air for me anyways. I don't really run into that kind of music anymore. The drum mix, I mean, it sounds good. Really, there's not much to say about it. It's very straightforward. It's a little bit raw. I did like that. Doesn't seem to be, it's probably triggered, but they at least didn't make it blatant. Like they took their time mixing maybe an acoustic sample with a trigger sample. I'm not sure how it works nowadays, but they took their time with it. The vocals are really fucking weak. That kind of pissed me off. I mean, people say what they want. Raw vocals are shit vocals sometimes. And to me, this is a shit vocalist. And his cadence was so goddamn weird. Like he would go massive bouts of the song without any vocals. And then he'd come in at the end of a bar and then stop in the middle of the next bar. And then his pacing was so bizarre. And
it makes it more technical.
Exactly. That's the argument with this kind of fucking music. It's like if you ever point out some weird inconsistency that makes no sense, they're like, you just don't have the ear for it, you dumb fuck. It's like, no. Maybe it's just not good. Maybe it's not good. I don't know. That's my palate, my limited palate, as the metal elitists would call it. But yeah, the musicians are fucking talented as shit. Vocalist is a little bit weak. I can appreciate everything they're doing. They're seemingly technically sound. I don't necessarily care for the music too much. Nothing stood out. When I hear riff after riff after riff, and then there's like a nice little melodic solo or something. They had one or two moments in the album. I wish I wrote down the damn names of the song where they broke it up and there was like some reverb put on the guitar and they slowed it down. And then there was some like accenting and ghost notes on the drums. I was like, ooh, this is they really mixed it up there. I can appreciate that. And then they go back into an 8-minute song that's just like a bunch of riffs and just the same recycled drum beats that you always hear without standing out to me. To me, it didn't stand out a whole lot. It was fills you learn when you're a teenager, fast, accurate drumming. And that's kind of where it ended creatively. I maybe heard one or two things that I was like, it got me like, oh, cool. That's actually different. That stands out. But everything else was just traditional blast beating with 30-second note fills at a high BPM. And I'm just done with that musically. Like, I couldn't, like, speed to me doesn't mean a goddamn thing nowadays. Drumming, that is. I'm way more impressed with a guitarist that is fast, accurate, and creative, because I think it takes more than just a fast drummer who uses the same 10 fills. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm going on way too long, but
oh no, you're fine.
I was thinking about it quite a bit, and I don't want to hate on stuff like this because it's shit I can't do. But I do know what I like and I know what I don't like, and I don't like feeling like the drummer didn't put a lot of effort into writing a dynamic ass song. Can he write? Absolutely, he can write. Could he write better? I'm almost certain he could. Could the band write better? Almost certain they can. You know, but I'm kind of on a soapbox. Let me get off this fucking box right now. We can move on. I like it.
So what do you think, Billy?
So I have a lot of the same thoughts, but here's my take on it. So first 3 songs, roughly, I felt like we were back within the Ruins, but just a different band, different sound, because it sounded the same all the way through.
You shut the fuck up.
So just through the songs real quick, Incarnated came on, and that was a breath of fresh air with this band, because it starts off, I think the whole thing's actually pretty clean, if I'm not mistaken.
The song, yeah.
And I want to say Orbital Elements, or one of the later songs, actually had this cool guitar part. I've already forgotten it, and I apologize. But there was actually some cool... Orbital Elements or Desolate Spears. One of them had like a really awesome, like melodic, cool guitar part that was going on. And I think it was slowed down just a little bit, not so fucking in your face, pumped out. I could be wrong. So my issues with it, it sucks. One of these days, I hope there is a band that we're all like, oh, fuck, yes, I love this album. I can't get enough of it. And I have no issues with it.
Between all three of us.
Right now. But right now I've got some issues. The bass, yep, you're right, Nico. It was in your face and it sounded like absolute dog shit. He hit every other note on the bass that shouldn't have been fucking hit. I don't know what this guy was doing, but technical. He wasn't with the band. Oh no, yeah, for sure. It's technical enough to say, I see you guys wrote a song. I'm just gonna play something over it without actually hearing what you guys are playing. Hopefully it fucking fits. And guess what? It didn't. Sounded like shit. The bass sounded like shit. It sounded like it was almost out of tune, but I think it was just the sour notes he was hitting.
You don't know
guitar
what a fretless bass is.
Guitar players were very talented. I could agree with that. The drummer, I'm going to have to disagree. So these drums sounded, and correct me if I'm wrong, YouTube people, but I think around this time, so I think the album came out in 2009, correct?
Yes.
So I think around this time is around the time, or maybe just a few years before, where the sampled drum thing became the fucking, class of
industry
class of metal, period. no more real drums. Let's go ahead and start programming all the drums. And that's exactly what this sounds like. It sounds like Easy Drummer, drum kits from hell, one of the worst kits I've ever heard in my life. And they threw it on there and just went fucking nuts with it. There's parts, the thing that sucks is there's parts guitar-wise that would be fucking awesome if there wasn't the random blast beat going on behind it. And just at 2 million BPM with an awesome guitar part. And I'm like, this could be so much better. So much better for sound-wise and writing-wise with those drums. I thought it was absolute garbage. And then there was parts that were fucking cool, though. That's what sucks. Then there were drum parts that were like, that's how that should have been in this other part. But
you can tell, dude, I swear, you can tell when a drummer is trying to do something different and then comes upon something that's like, oh, this is kind of going to be the precipice of the song, the drum part of this song. And it's like, it's a staple. But a lot of the time you can't come up with that. It's hard. It takes a lot of time, and you have to have a muse and shit. And it just sounds like when he hit a wall, he's like, fuck it, I'll just do this fucking blast beat that I've been doing, and people like it. And it's like, maybe not. Because at this point, doing that kind of blast beat is like the same exact shit as putting the snare on the 3. Like, sorry.
Right.
So,
yeah, I mean, I don't have an album out, and some of us, we can't really talk too much shit. They got an album out. They did the work. They got it out, paid the money, did whatever they had to do. But I know good music, at least in my opinion, and it's just an opinion. But God, there were so many things that could have happened. And then to top it off, I actually had one more story that goes with this. If you didn't know, 3/4 of Obscura quits over musical differences.
Damn.
So the band's not even together. Well, they are. So the people that are left are the founding guitarist and vocalist, unfortunately, are the only two
Which
left.
is the guitarist?
Yeah, you idiot.
It doesn't say. This leaves founding guitarist and vocalist Stephen Kumar.
That's him.
Oh, it's just him. Oh, it's just one guy.
The
Yeah.
vocalist guitarist.
That's so bad.
He sings and plays all that at the same time.
Maybe that's the problem.
That's impressive. That's got to be a part of it. That
gotta
makes
be,
so much more sense now.
Even though when you record, you would do it separate, unless they record it all as one.
Yeah, but maybe he.
Well, it's just his practicing sessions and writing the songs. It's him playing it and trying to sing at the same time. He's got to do it so he can do it live.
Yeah,
too.
he
He can't do something ridiculous.
Because then he won't be able to do it, and that makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
That's
So
why
maybe
I was about to break it to you. I was like, so what if he was the guitarist and the singer,
was
trying
gonna
to play
say,
all that and sing at the
That's
same
still
time?
no
you know?
excuse. I don't give a fuck. You don't compromise that kind of stuff. Like when you can make a better song, you don't compromise. Like, well, maybe you should first, and also
Hire a guy to do it.
You're not that good, buddy. So maybe just focus on the thing you're really good at instead of trying to take all the shine. You maniac. Jesus, share it a little bit. He's like, no.
I thought it was weird. I was like, but I only see one name, so I guess they decided not to name the other guy. But maybe as a
Obscura is
side,
like his project.
yeah.
And he works for other bands and fills in for a lot.
Well, so he's obviously the last member of the band who is coincidentally putting out an album this year. Somehow with just him, which will probably have some nice,
the same thing.
easy drummer drum kits from hell on there. But maybe as like a little side thing, we could maybe check out the new band of the other guys, Obsidious, and see if it's any better than the band, at least in our opinion. Obviously Daniel likes it. I don't, in my opinion, so you open this with saying this was your intro into it, I would have immediately said, nah, I'm not going to do tech death at all.
Yeah,
I'm just going to, I'm going to move on. This would not have been a good intro for me.
I'm really, really curious, Daniel. Is this like a good entry level technical death metal? And what makes it?
No.
Oh, okay. So what is it? So it's farther in it?
Yeah, like I already knew technical death metal, but only by YouTube. What do you call them? Like just music videos or something, like their most popular songs. I never actually listened into full albums and stuff like that. So this is like the band I just kind of dug in because I was living in North Carolina and I had this record shop that would let you trade CDs for CDs, records, cassette, whatever. And I would just go in with random stuff and trade out and just grab whatever looked cool. You know, like, oh, I like that album art, sure. The name of that band sounds awesome. I'll try that, you know.
Good for you. I do not give anybody a chance.
I mean, like, I used to have a subwoofer in my truck and just like, I wanted to find the most stupidest stuff to play really loud in it. And Yeah, that band, when I heard it sounded really good with the sub mix and everything, with the kicks, like the way my subs were set up, it just sounded great. But yeah.
So is this like, so overall, it's not an entry level tech band?
I would say mid level.
Okay, gotcha. Interesting.
Or I would say off the beaten path of tech metal, because this is more actually like experimental. Like this is the acid.
I would absolutely put experimental in that fucking descriptor for sure.
Because it's not your typical like tech death either. You know, like the way they play and stuff.
I mean,
now, sorry to cut you guys off. The one cool thing I did see, and it was really weird, and it happened in multiple songs. They brought in like this BT Bam like chugging sort of thing, like a kind of thing. I had, at least in my opinion, I felt like some weird like BT Bam or like kind of progressive metal kind of sense in there. It's really weird, but it sounded really fucking cool. And I was like, if they just did this all the rest of the album, I'd probably really like this band.
So this is in my eyes, this is my kind of BT Bam of death metal.
BT Bam is your BT Bam.
What?
No, if they were still doing Alaska, Silent Circus, sure, but this is more what I wanted of BT Bam.
Cool.
Nice.
Do you have any thoughts on the album? Do you agree, disagree with any of what we said? Do you think we're just fucking dumb and don't get it?
I agree, but I just know for the longest time I was like, okay, I hate it, but whatever. I'll get over it. And then when I found out it's the guitarist at the same time, I'm like, holy crap, that's insane, because these guitar parts are nuts.
Wait, so you hate this album?
So... No, I hate the vocalist, but I'm not a big vocalist, so it doesn't matter to me, like whether they sound like shit or not. Like I like King Diamond. Have you ever listened to him?
I know it makes it easier to like just say fuck it, I'll just do the vocals myself. But it's like once you see the results, you should be like, maybe I should do something different. Like it just is whack. Like
it's the success story of Metallica. You know, James Hetfield didn't want to be the lead singer, and then he just kind of had to because he couldn't find one, and then eventually he just kind of grew balls and was like, fuck it. Yeah, that's
it's all a different story.
That gets everyone going, we could do that too. If Metallica could do it, and Lars Ulrich is a drummer, we could do it too.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I mean, I get it. I don't. But it's.
I listen to this a while, like this kind of music I listen to, and I'm just like, I don't know. I just got over it so fast. Like I just don't. I don't know. I think I went full circle. Like I went from like simple like metal-ish stuff, and then went to like the extreme side, and then I went back to simple. And I appreciate it so much more. So I guess I'm turning into my mother or something, because I'm just like, yeah, Metallica.
I'm really hoping one of these albums that you have, Daniel, I'm going to enjoy.
I'm intentionally grabbing very terrible ones, by the way.
Because he doesn't want to put himself out there, dude. He won't do it. I want something.
I do listen to good music. My bad,
guys. I want something in 2 weeks. That's when it's your turn again. So I need something.
I actually like these, but I know for a fact most people won't. It's
that's
not
fine.
good. I appreciate
we can all
them.
have our opinions and not take it to the emotional level. It's not a big deal. But I want something that you love, because I'm going to shred the fuck out of it. And then you can just tell me I'm stupid, and then we'll be even.
My next one's going to be cringy as fuck. I'm going to have to figure it out.
Like, for me, it's the hard thing is there isn't like an album. Actually, I guess there's only one album in the world I would say that I could listen all the way through and say every single song I love of it.
That's rare.
But it doesn't fit.
That would be
anything
Colors.
we do here.
Well,
Colors from BT Bam.
No, it's Electric Light Orchestra. But
how would Colors not be one of the albums that you could listen to and like every single song? How are we friends?
Why do you care?
I guess that's how we're friends, because we have such opposite taste in everything.
We have always had opposite taste. You were all Killswitch Engage, hell yeah, and I'm like, that's the gayest band ever. But you rock on, dude. And you're like, what?
You listen to that shit too. That's the
only time I liked it was when they covered Dio, because I like Dio.
That was their best song,
dude. He did a Killswitch cover. I'm almost certain. God,
because it's simple.
I'm
sorry.
Sure.
Yeah,
simple.
It was easy to play along.
Anyways, Daniel, I thank you for another shitty album. Nico, what do you got for us?
All right. Well, Daniel is saying how his the album he likes doesn't really fit with us. I got something that might be along those lines too. So my album suggestion is going to be a little out of left field.
Our newest theme. How far can we drive us apart?
Well, we'll see. Boys to Men, their album 2 from 1994. We're going to be listening to that. It was
Sorry.
it was their most acclaimed album.
Please tell me you're joking.
It was
Hold on, stop. You are joking,
It was
correct?
their third album that they ever came out with. It was their second original album. Their second album that actually came out chronological
He
order
knows too much about
was
this
a
to be joking.
Christmas
Motherfucker.
album.
So what was the name of the album?
Christmas album.
Like I.
It's just called Two.
Because it was their
Roman
third
numeral
album,
two.
but they called it 2 because technically it was their second album. Because their second actual album was a Christmas fucking dumb fucking album.
Oh, gotcha.
Is it B-O-Y-Z?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Boys, Roman numeral 2 men.
There you go.
Oh, I never knew that was.
Yep.
Okay.
BOIZ.
No,
Boys.
B-O-Y-Z. Yeah. I.
Wow. God damn it. I was really hoping you were joking, Nico.
Nope, not joking.
I'm excited.
It's-
I want to
it's-
listen
You
to
guys
this. I've never
are-
listened to
It's a
this.
Absolutely
top rated album. You cannot argue with the facts, Billy, as we know that is kind of your argument with a lot of things. As one of the top rated albums of all time, I don't want to hear it. They're the best. God damn it! If you disagree, you don't know shit and you're dumb. That's what we do here.
What happened to us? There's no guitar breaking down.
Right.
We're going to have to break down no drums. Like,
Being a musician,
I
you
love
have
this.
to go outside
I
of your
love
comfort
this.
zone to gain knowledge, to be better. Do you not want to be better, bro?
you could have picked, like, I don't know, Taylor Swift. God damn it. We talked about her before. Let's get it on
I was
here.
on the fence about that, but I would rather listen to these guys
Oh,
a
my
thousand
God.
times.
All right, cool. Boys to Men 2.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Okay. Next week. So I think that wraps it up for us now that we've gotten that out of the way. Want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting. We got quite a bit of that this week, so I appreciate it if you guys could keep it up. Another great episode here, so I appreciate everybody listening to this. If you like what you hear, give us that thumbs up, and that'll be all from me. Chief Redbeard signing out.
Banana Laffy Taffy.
Signing
want
out.
Bye.
All right, thanks guys. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.